We're David and Charlotte Bailey of Wholefood Heaven. And we serve, when we're doing mobile catering, our signature dish called a Buddha bowl.
Wholefood Heaven has been open for about 5 years now. We opened somewhere around 2010, and yeah, steadily growing since then. It was bringing healthy, delicious vegetarian food to the street food scene.
And to the masses. We just thought there was a bit of a gap in terms of getting healthy, fresh, really high quality plant-based food at events and markets, and we thought, you know, that would be something we'd love to do. We both just were at a point where we really wanted to work for ourselves. We saw a van by chance parked up in Notting Hill, and we just thought, you know, that van, it was before they were kind of 2 a penny all over the streets of London. We were like, that van would make a great mobile food unit.
Yeah.
And before we'd given it much more thought, we had bought one, quit our jobs, and yeah, we were doing street food.
My name's Nick White, and I'm one of the founders of the Orange Buffalo. So our initial inspiration was, first of all, about 5 bottles of red wine. We decided over a drunken night a couple of Christmases ago that the UK just doesn't have a decent wing sauce. We've travelled the States and lived in the States, and as kids gone on holiday a lot, eaten millions of wings. Decided we couldn't buy the sauce over here at all, really, so we kind of just decided on the sauce route and just started to make sauces and sort of do some little experiments. And after doing a bit more research, decided that the kind of sauce route was probably not so good, because the UK doesn't have that kind of market for eating buffalo wings like they do in the States. So we kind of decided to do the street food scene and sort of teach people how to eat them and kind of show them how it should be eaten. Yeah, and little did we know how sort of bubbling this London street food scene was. So we kind of just, within weeks, literally just created this place.
We came up with the Buddha bowl. It was really just a sort of process of picking the best bits of various other things we did, and just streamlining, really. When we first opened, we had masses of choices, and they're just so labour intensive to make. You can't control, you don't know what's going to sell more than others. So we eventually, and everyone was always ordering whatever had masman curry because it's just so delicious. And so really we just ended up with the concept that we're just going to make our favourite things. We're going to try and make it really balanced and a complete meal, so that's why it's got some kind of whole grain, a stew, it's got a protein, greens, it's got something fermented usually, and some omega seeds for essential fatty acids, and a bit more protein. And it just does work really well. I think people, especially at festivals when they're starving hungry by the final day, are desperate for a kind of complete meal, and yeah, that's where we come in.
Yeah, I trained as a chef when I was 16, started my training when I was 16, and been cooking for about 23 years or something like that. Just gave my age away. And I was classically French trained and became a Pan-Asian chef for about 12 years of my career. And that kind of lent well going into vegetarian, which was about 8 years ago.
Nothing to do with me. I'm a lifelong vegetarian, maybe that's relevant, but I certainly didn't ever think Dave would go that way, but you sort of embraced it, and it's worked out well for us.
The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Time to fry some chicken. Our most popular sauce has to be the Woof Woof. I think, not just because of the name, I think it's the kind of, people see the original, and especially tourist Americans that have had buffalo wings abroad and in the States, they've kind of had the original, although we make it from scratch, and it is different to the kind of, you know, the leading brand in the US. But the Woof Woof, I think people kind of want to maybe sort of grow a pair of balls on them and kind of just think, right, let's go for something a little hotter. So they go with the Woof Woof, and it is super tasty. These are our tins, original Woof Woof. You're lucky because we also have the world's best blue cheese. This is like Christmas on your birthday.
All right, yeah.
Customers generally seem pretty keen on our Buddha bowls. We still like them 5 years on, which I think is quite a good testimony. Yeah, people are, you know, a lot of people, they're not going the whole hog, pardon the pun, to become vegetarian, but you know, they're wanting to eat less meat or, you know, have it more occasionally, that kind of thing. And they're looking for something healthy, complete, that fills them up without kind of weighing them down. And so we normally get praise, don't we?
We have a lot of regulars. We have we created a sauce after one guy that came every day for 3 months. We called him. His name was Paul F, and we called the sauce Paul F. But he made us change the name because I don't think he liked the attention. So we decided to, every day. And in the winter months when it's snowing and it's horrible weather, you know, you rely on your regulars, and we've got a lot of regulars, you know, and we know every one of the meals, and it feels good, and it feels good to them to come and they have a chat, and it's nice, and especially when the weather's better anyway. Do you know one thing you forget to do is see the sunshine. In the summer, you're in there all the time, and everyone's sat out enjoying the sunshine. I just want to get a bit of sun on my chops. So we filter the oil every day, and then we change it a couple of times a week. So yeah, this is the glamorous side of street food. This is actually the worst job of the whole lot. So when we have someone new coming to work, it's the first thing we do is throw them straight into this. We used to have a little communal bottle of aftershave at the bottom near the door there. It's like if anyone was heading out for a beer after work, we'd be like, shh. The mixture between oil and this, oh, it was disgusting.
I think the biggest difference running a food truck to running a restaurant kitchen is mostly the space. We do our food out of a tiny little space in this food truck, and also being able to communicate and chat to the customer. Whereas in a restaurant, I worked usually in a basement kitchen. You never saw the customers.
When we first bought our van, we could kind of smell that there was a bit of a new scene emerging in street food. And I think it's just gone from strength to the point where now, you know, we drive to come and set up here, and we normally pass 3 or 4 other food trucks and salute each other. And there's a lot of people getting involved. They're in amazing units. They're doing really creative food. And it's been a really good springboard for a lot of people. I think it's a brilliant thing. It remains a great way to get a business going without massive overheads, to have a few years of a lifestyle where, you know, you've got freedom, you can travel. It's all good.
The first site we got was here in the Truman Brewery, which is our kind of HQ, as it were. We didn't take the truck anywhere else. In the UK, it's very different to the States. We'd love to be able to just kind of like cruise along, open the flap, and go, "Hey, who wants chicken wings?" But it's really hard with the regulations, the authorities and councils, and trying to get all the right paperwork. It's a lot. It's a big headache trying to do that. This is private property here, so it's a little bit easier, and we just stay in one place. Everyone knows where we are. But yeah, part of the next step would hopefully to get a truck and to move on and to hit different places and, you know, kind of, yeah, paint the world orange.
Come on, get your chicken.
Hungry, we can help.